Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to start optimizing our script and making it more dynamic by adding variables. So let's get started. Now, so far we have been hard coding everything. As you know, our Windows SSH script, that is hard coded in. And then we've also got our interpreter here. Now, one thing that might change a lot as we move from station to station, computer to computer, Starbucks to Starbucks, is that we may be changing different operating systems. So it would be a lot nicer if we could dynamically choose which operating system to use based on which terminal we're using. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. As you know, we've got Windows SSH script and Linux SSH script. And then we've also got the Windows interpreter and the Linux interpreter. So let's go ahead and change this. And what I'm going to do is use interpolation again. And we're going to add var.host_os right here. So now what's going to happen is this is going to insert the value of whatever this variable is once we set it. So let's do that. And now let's go and define this variable for us. So now we could just add a variable right here in the same file, but let's go ahead and split off the variables file. So we're going to create a new file called variables.tf, just like so. And any TF file is going to be considered by Terraform on any apply as long as they're in the same directory. So I could have 27 different TF files or a TF file for every single resource, output, and everything else I want in their own separate files, and Terraform would consider them all the same deployment. So we've got our variables.tf here. Let's go ahead and create that variable. So variable host_os, just like so. Then let's open and close some braces there. And then we just need to provide a type. Now this is not required, but it's very friendly to your coworkers. This way they know what type of variable they need to specify. So that could be a map, a string, a number, just any other type that Terraform recognizes you can specify here to help guide your coworkers to understand what variables should be set. So let's go ahead and save this. We have our variable declaration here. It is initialized, but it's not defined. And then let's go ahead and run a Terraform destroy. So Terraform destroy -auto approve. And as you can see, it's asking me for that variable now. So any type of Terraform destroy, plan, or apply, anything that modifies the state is going to ask for that variable if it is not defined anywhere. And we will look at more of that in the coming lessons. So let's go ahead, and since I'm on a Windows machine, I'm just going to say Windows and hit enter. And everything was destroyed successfully. So now let's just run a Terraform plan just to show, and it asks once again for the variable. All right, so that is all for this lesson. Go ahead and mark it complete. Come on back to the next one and let's continue the course.